No disrespect to his opponent here, he won't get a better chance. Dimitri starts this as a heavy favourite, but Brian Raman enjoying his debut on the European Tour. Picked up £2,000 on the Pro Tour so far, but guaranteed £3,000 here, so a good start to the year. The youngster from Belgium will start as #1 seed in the WDF World Championship in April. Raman looking though to make an impact on the PDC and in the European Tour here.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, Brian to throw first. Game on!
And Brian Raman has won the ball and will start proceedings. And winning the ball was vital against Jose de Souza yesterday. He threw first in the deciding leg. And a clinical 66, ball double-8 and 2 dice. Did actually twice in the game yesterday. Well, he's going to have to keep those standards high today because Dimitri van den Bergh is in good form. And we'll take some stopping here, Nige.
Yeah, Dimitri's been impressive, hasn't he? He's only conceded 3 legs in his 2 matches against Lukman and Suljovic, and did a proper demolition job on Mensur here last night with a 98.1 average. He was magnificent, Dimitri van den Bergh. Brian Raman is a player who I'd never seen in the flesh before Friday. It's my first Euro Tour, and what a weekend it's been, and really enjoyable. Brian Raman impressed me, winner of the English Open. He'll be heading to Lakeside, as you said, Webby, for the WDF World Championship in April. And yeah, he'll fancy his chances. He's a top player where that's concerned, and a bright future in the game, you would think. I'll be watching out for his results as I follow the Euro Tour, the Players' Championships, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of him. Whatever happens here today, he's a good new talent on the scene.
100.
And he worked hard to beat Jose de Souza, 90.7 average, and he got the job done. So it's a fine achievement for Brian Raman to be here. Like the way he throws.
99. Brian require 145.
He'll claim some big scalps along the way in his career, I'm sure of that.
This would be a massive scalp here. What a way to start, double 14. Just comes inside, and lucky for Brian Raman. A chance already for Dimitri van den Bergh to break throw. Start down the bottom of the board. Dimitri van den Bergh is in the next 2 European Tours. He's seeded, so didn't have to go through the qualifiers. And that is a great start for Dimitri van den Bergh. The treble 19 can sometimes be a little bit to your detriment because you've got to bring the ball into play, but it doesn't matter there. Dimitri van den Bergh has now won 13 legs at the expense of 3. It's dominant form and already hits the front here. And you felt it was important for Brian Raman to stay in touch early. He's got to dig in here.
Magnificent 119 checkout from Dimitri van den Bergh. That's ominous for Brian Raman, I would suggest, because Raman had the darts and Dimitri broke with the very first leg with a fantastic finish. He's on the crest of a wave.
Yeah, Brian Raman had a dart double 14 for 145. He was unlucky with that dart, but Dimitri was right on the button with that bullseye.
He's in consistent form, Dimitri van den Bergh. Just before his match
58
yesterday, he was saying something doesn't quite feel right. There's just something missing, and then he went on and demolished Suljovic 6-1. So there's nothing wrong whatsoever, nothing missing whatsoever. I think it's self-belief with Dimitri.
Sometimes, well, how you feel in the back room can sometimes not have a reflection how you play it there.
Yeah.
Dimitri went up there, played a great game, a 167 finish in there as well, and he'd be looking to dictate from the front here, and he's done that with breaking in the opening leg. He's actually a good friend of Brian Raman's, fellow countryman, obviously played on the development tour back in 2016, kind of irrelevant, but Dimitri won that 4-1. There's big time frame between those 2 matches and won't really make any impact on here, both different players.
Yeah, big friends and fellow countrymen. Double 16 for 2-0 for Dimitri van den Bergh.
Brian,
a little bit annoyed at that, will Dimitri?
70.
Seen this already today, James Wade. So performance that was. Not going to be seen again from Brian Raman, and we should see Dimitri double his lead here.
32.
He's taken out 4-ton-plus finishes in the 13 legs he's won in this tournament. Double 8 for Dimitri van den Bergh. Making hard work of this, isn't he?
Dimitri
actually.
Dimitri van den Bergh.
14 legs that he's won. He's taken a 167, a 120. He's taken out the 119 today,
60.
and he's also had a 110 finish. It's been a very impressive tournament so far for Dimitri.
Finishing around the 60% mark as well. So stats really add up for Dimitri van den Bergh.
41.
Brian Raman, important leg already for him here. Goes a couple of breaks down, long way back.
No way back, I'd suggest, against a player in the form of Dimitri van den Bergh. Winner of this game will face Johnny Clayton or Louis Williams in the all-Welsh clash coming up next. Peter Wright against Nico Springer and Michael Smith against Dirk van Dijvenbode is your final last 16 game of the afternoon.
59.
We're over the halfway stage into match 5 here now. And you're quite right, Webby, Brian Raman has to hold.
Yeah, well,
100.
it's not curtains on his chance here, but it's a long way back. It gives him a foothold in the tie, and you let these top players dictate from the front. They'll run away with the match, and we've seen that on a couple of occasions there. James Wade breathes for his match, get a win Price. His victories also. Danny Noppert, Joe Cullen's gone with Spencer Nathan Aspinall. Dimitri van den Bergh, like I said, looking to go to the quarterfinals we were talking first time. Making a good fist of it so far.
He is, yeah.
131. Brian require 100.
If Dimitri does break for 3-0 and then holds for 4, just don't see it. But double 16.
91.
So this
Victory
would
require
really hurt
130.
Raman. 130 for dancing Dimitri.
Gonna get a dart. Is it double 5? Is it the ball? It's double 5.
125.
Breathe a sigh of relief. Well thrown down for Dimmy. Just lands low. Raman to half the deficit. He was quite efficient on this off the back of a ball combination. He's efficient there again. Good hold from Brian Raman. Half deficit gets on the board in this last 16. Brian Raman actually came through the associate members qualifier. He's got a tour card now. He's on the tour. Remember, the qualifiers for this were last July. He's only the 3rd player to come through that associate member qualifier to make the last 16, joining Mike De Decker and Adam Smith-Neal.
58.
So takes some doing, but he's got the experience of being a tour player now. So it's kind of a false start in a way because he's on the tour.
Yeah, it's a type of tournament this because the method of qualifying and the time scale involved. There are 1 or 2 anomalies.
Hasn't made the next 2, Brian Raman, so he picks up some ranking points on the prize money as it is on the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
58.
I think whatever happens here for Raman, it's been a successful weekend to get into the last 16. He's got to be happy with that, particularly when you bear in mind he beat a player of the quality of the special one yesterday, 6-5, in a real hard-fought battle. Jose de Souza.
He won't give up here. Cracking 180 in a blink of an eye. First of the match. Fourth over the last couple of days for Brian Raman. Just gives him a little outside chance in this leg. Dimitri go for the ball or will he lay up? Of course he'll go for the ball. 167, almost a 164.
Throwing with some speed there, Brian Raman.
39.
Probably knows he's got nothing to lose as Van den Bergh goes 7 double 16 here for a 3-1 advantage.
This is where going for the ball might cost him. It hasn't. He gets him with his last dart. Good side of Dimitri van den Bergh. Consolidates the break. 3-1 Van den Bergh.
15 dart leg from Dimitri, same as the first leg of the match. 3-1 the lead. And once again, there's pressure on Raman to hold his throw here. Cannot afford a slip at all.
Proud and fine voice. Looking forward to cheer on their man, Nico Springer. Having a dream debut on the Euro Tour. Defeated Jermaine Waterman and Brendan Dolan. Real challenge this afternoon is Peter Wright. One I'm sure he will embrace. Got a Welsh affair before that.
Yeah, Springer did well because Brendan came back at him, had a pop, but he held out and showed character to pull through in the end. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on against Peter Wright. Tough ask.
43
standards. But I'm sure he'll be up for it.
140.
Pressure again here now. Got to think about the shot here. Yeah, not happy with that. He's got to go some now to leave a finish. Dimitri van den Bergh threatening to take complete control of this last 16 tie.
45. Dimitri, you require 161.
He's taken out a 119. Well, his opponent is not on a finish anyway.
129.
Raman now just to put a bit of pressure on. But,
140.
Yeah, Dimitri.
Required
Asking a lot of
32.
questions of Brian Raman. Dimitri's average creeping up just shy of 99. 4-1. Key here, double break. Shuffling across. See plenty of it. Doesn't hit, so Brian Raman gets a reprieve here.
Require 81.
Should get one dart at the bullseye minimum.
3 out of 12 for Dimitri.
It's giving him work to do now. Take your pick, treble. Treble 18 normally. 78.
31.
Go. That's a mess from Brian Raman. Just when there was a little opening.
Required 32.
So Dimitri van den Bergh just giving himself a little tap. Does have this little routine when he takes his time for a double.
Game show, the fifth
Dimitri van den Bergh.
Dimitri
Double break. 2
Six
legs
legs,
away
Dimitri, the
from
first.
a maiden quarterfinal on the Euro Tour. In control is Dimitri van den Bergh.
This is nice from Dimitri. 1-180 so far, still on a 1, but it's a great start with the throw. 2 legs away now. Is there any way back for Brian Raman? I suspect not at this stage. Dimitri won't let him. However well he plays, you would think that Dimitri with just 2 more legs.
Yeah, we don't write players off now. It's tough to find an idea for Brian Raman to get back into this, isn't it? And
exactly.
really missed a trick of that 81. You've got at the minimum requirement, get the dart at the ball, and
58.
just couldn't quite make it. But good debut. If it does end here, which is looking likely, Brian Raman will turn his attention to the UK Open next week. And in my head, and they can throw up all sorts of draws. These two could play each other again next week.
100.
They won't be playing each other for much longer here in Riesa. Van den Bergh in no mood to hang about.
What was my classic mispronunciation earlier in the weekend?
Van den Vintervoort.
54.
Brian Moran is someone I used to play Super League with. Brian Raman, but Dimitri van den Bergh racing away here.
Dimitri required 40.
Dimitri van den Bergh instead, he got to the final of the last Pro Tour in Wigan, was beaten by Joe Cullen, but there was a game in there with Darryl Gurney, the pair of them were just outstanding. All 11 legs, Dimitri van den Bergh average 108, Darryl average 102. And whilst not as spectacular here, a solid performance. Dimitri, 5-1, and it's been pretty plain sailing some of the match this afternoon. He's quite comfortable for Aspinall against Cullen. James Wade really comfortable against Kim Ibrex. Gerwin Price did a right job on Damon Heta, as he always does.
31.
Danny Noppert, 6-4 against Michael Van Gerwen, and this one could be over in a couple of minutes' time.
100.
Raman's got to keep chipping away.
Yeah, that's all he can do. 5-1, Dimitri van den Bergh leads here in Riesa this afternoon.
70.
And even if Brian Raman goes on to hold and get a second leg on the board, it should be nothing more than consolation. Shown glimpses of what he can do.
100.
And Dimitri now up at a 98.2 average. Averaged 101 against Lukman, 98.1 against Suljevic.
140. Brian require 161.
But man, can't find the 54 to keep the shot alive.
57.
Van den Bergh, the way he's playing, you wouldn't be surprised if this goes. Stay on the same target, a couple of treble 20s. He's not going to go on this occasion, but one treble.
70.
Well, he likes to stay on the ball.
Brian, you require 104.
Stay in it. 104.
Well, he needed the treble 19 for tops there. It's a missed opportunity for Brian Raman. Taken with the last dance that he throws in this tournament. 82 required for dancing Dimitri.
He went the right way, Brian Raman. If you go 104 and you go up the top, you drift into 5 and 1, the shot's gone. Hits the 7, but he could be gone for the tournament here. He is gone for the tournament. Good performance of Dimitri van den Bergh. He's barely been made to sweat in this tournament. He's only dropped 4 legs. That's 6-2, 6-1, 6-1. And he is breezing into the quarterfinals. Dimitri van den Bergh dismantles his fellow countryman. Good tournament for...
Der Dreammaker Dimitri van den Bergh. Zum ersten Mal, sagt er gerade, zum ersten Mal auf der Euro.
Richtig.
Im Viertelfinale. Eigentlich Wahnsinn, Dimi, dass du noch nie im Viertelfinale gestanden hast auf der Tour.
Da das einfach zeigt, wie gut und stark dieses Tor ist. Ich habe immer mein Bestes gegeben, aber niemals geklappt, um da vorbeizukommen. Heute ist es mir geschafft, also ich bin überfreulich und es war auch gar nicht leid, weil ich musste gegen einfach meinen besten Kumpel spielen. Das ist echt verrückt, aber jetzt kann ich mal ein bisschen atmen und ja, jetzt die Fokus bringen auf das nächste Spiel im Viertelfinale. Come on! Oh yeah! Very nice, I like!
6:1 Erfolg gegen Brian, klares Ergebnis, aber Brian hat heute auch nicht das ans Board gebracht, was er eigentlich spielen kann.
Nee, auf jeden Fall nicht. Und ich glaube, das ist jetzt auch mein Glück. Ich habe aber gegen meinen guten Freund Brian gesagt, was du in dieses Jahr bisher geschafft hast, mit Tourcard gewinnen, auf die Pro-Tour spielen, hier und her ein bisschen Siegen holen. Der hat aber trotzdem noch nicht sein Bestes gespielt. Und ich kann es dir sagen, weil, so wie gesagt, ich trainiere mit ihm. Also für mich, sowieso im Kopf, emotional war das nicht leicht. Bester Freund, diese Woche die Beerdigung von meinem Großvater. Also ich bin überfreulich und ich gebe nicht auf. Bis das Ende werde ich kämpfen. Und Leute, danke. Ohne euch werde ich nicht so weit sein. Danke.
Dimi, wir gratulieren dir zum Einzug ins Viertelfinale und ich glaube, Risa freut sich, dich heute Abend wiederzusehen.
Ich freue mich auch.
Der Dreammaker unter den letzten